Today we're looking at a book from over 100 years ago that feels more relevant than ever, How to Live on 24 Hours a Day by Arnold Bennett. And what it has to say is something you really need to hear. Have you ever hit the end of the day? Maybe you're sitting on the couch and you just think, where did all that time go? I mean, you were busy, of course, but did you do anything that actually mattered to you? It's such a common, frustrating feeling. And this leads us to this really strange paradox, right? We all get the exact same 24 hours. But for so many of us, once work is done, once the essentials are handled, that leftover time that's supposed to be ours, it just seems to evaporate, leaving us feeling completely drained. I mean, let's be real for a second. We start the evening with these great plans, don't we? Tonight, I'm finally gonna read that book, or I'm gonna work on my hobby. But what actually happens? We crash. We end up scrolling on our phones, feeling guilty, and that gap between the life we imagine and the one we're actually living, it's just exhausting. So what's our go-to excuse? We fall right into this classic trap. We tell ourselves, oh, I'll get to it later, when I have more energy or when things calm down at work. We're basically putting our own lives on an indefinite hold, waiting for a perfect moment that just never comes.
But what if the whole premise is wrong? What if the problem isn't that you need to become some brand new, super disciplined person? What if the real solution is way, way simpler? This is the critical shift.
See, the goal is not some massive, intimidating overhaul of your entire personality. No, the goal is just to learn a new pattern of behavior. Think about that for a second. You don't have to change who you are. You just have to change something you do. This is so powerful. Just repeating that to yourself. I'm not trying to fix myself. I'm just learning a new skill. It takes all the pressure off. Suddenly, it's not about some deep character flaw. It's just about trying a new tactic. And that feels so much more achievable, doesn't it? So where do we find this magical time? Well, the book gives us this fantastic model. It's like there's a treasure chest of time hidden in plain sight, right in the middle of our week. And we're gonna find the key.
So how much time are we talking about? Just 7 hours a week. That's it. It's not some crazy, impossible number. It's a concrete, totally doable goal that can completely transform how your week feels.
And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to find one giant block of time. You just piece it together. You claim 30 minutes in the morning, Monday to Friday. Then you find an hour and a half on 3 evenings. And just like that, you've got 7 solid hours of intentional time. And what is this time for? Well, it's for anything that makes you feel like the day was actually well spent. Reading, thinking, having a real conversation, working on a hobby, whatever makes you look back and say, you know what, today didn't just go to waste. Okay, now before you get started, we have to talk about the hidden traps, because these are the little psychological hurdles that can completely derail you if you're not ready for them. So be on the lookout for these 5 saboteurs. There's guilt, that little voice telling you it's selfish to take time for yourself. There's frustration, when you expect amazing results right away. There's self-doubt, wondering if you even deserve it. Discouragement, when someone makes a negative comment. And finally, greed, trying to do too much too fast, which only ever leads to burnout. So what's the antidote to all of these traps? It's this one simple, powerful idea. Lasting change never comes from a huge, dramatic leap. It comes from one ridiculously small, consistent step. Which brings us to the single most important thing you can do. Because this isn't about willpower. It's about creating a trigger that makes the right choice the easy choice. A tiny, almost effortless ritual is what makes a new habit stick. It's that little action you do beforehand that signals to your brain, okay, we're doing this now, and makes it so much easier to follow through. So here's a perfect example, the tea ritual. All you do is, tonight before you go to bed, you set out your mug, your tea bag, or your coffee grounds. Everything is ready to go. So when you wake up tomorrow, the first step is already done. You just start. And the goal here is to begin your day with a moment of your own intention, instead of immediately reacting to your phone or your email. So the only question left is, what's one tiny thing you can do tonight to set yourself up for a more intentional morning tomorrow? What will your first tiny ritual be?